Okay, so. Go ahead, it's recording, so. Okay. That's a great go. Go back. I'll call the Grand Trunk County Drainage Board to order.
Oh my God.
November the 28th. Note that we got four members. Mark's absent, but may be here later. So we'll start approval of minutes for which month we go.
Where's my agenda, Mary?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they have approved all of them up till the very last meeting.
They just need to sign.
Except for the last
So we
one,
just need to sign these, except for the last one.
the November 12th meeting.
We got one there, September 26th.
They just need signed, just need signed.
Except for the November, the first meeting
First
in November that you voted.
We can sign them and we'll.
October the 10th,
Yeah.
we just sign them.
When
Yeah,
is the
but
November
let's
meeting?
look for November.
When is the November meeting?
Ought to be the bottom one. November 14th. Yep. Yeah. November 14th, second.
Have a motion, Mr. Fox, and second from Pat.
Yep.
Pat. The approval of the minutes for November 14th. Any questions?
Well, we got,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Four carried. We got that taken care of. You ready to run us through the claim, Jim?
yes. I only have two. John's Repair Service, $1,578 on the Sloan's ditch. $1,480.67 in the fund, so we went just a little over. We'll have to borrow that out of General Drain Improvement Fund. John's Repair Service, $1,768.50 on the Sims Franklin, $19,862 in the fund.
So what did we do on the Psalms ditch that we run it over?
We worked on a waterway between two houses to get the water drained there along 38th Street. Probably the extra was, we put some riprap there.
Okay. Just the two claims then. Okay.
Yes.
We have a motion to pay the two claims as presented.
I'll make a motion. Pay the claims as presented.
That makes the motion. Let's have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Cox. Any more discussion on the two claims? All in favor, say aye. Oh, no.
So is the Psalms still collect?
Yeah,
So it'll pay itself back
yeah. It's at a low rate, but it'll pay itself back in spring.
for spring, I guess, fall fast.
We'll make, carry.
I don't think it's. Or no, collection I proposed to Jeff.
No, not.
Oh, well, we'll be
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Don't know anything about the Little Green Pond.
I just received a text from Mark. He's on his way now.
Okay, well,
We better hurry up then.
yeah.
Tell him to put his lights on and step on it, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to skip the new business till he gets here?
That's fine.
I
Yeah,
guess it don't really matter.
other business, all of them. He'll have to know what the Little Green Pond is, anything that's been done on it, you know, Pat?
I doubt anything's been done.
Take it back.
Maintenance and when we done on it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it, but nobody wants
Well, we got new business, we'll go start new business and Mark comes in, we'll let it go. We got new business, Middle Fork. Discuss Middle Fork first. Move on, move Holly Walk and then the water steps.
Can I speak just a minute, first?
Sure.
We have been petitioned on these three drains at $10 an acre. Rain's been working hard on assessment roll that hadn't been done for a long time, and he's got the Middle Fork and the Power Walk and the Waters Ditch all done. I have talked to Angie from Madison County, and I need to call a surveyor and see what he wants to do about the Middle Fork. If he'd want to form a joint board, we need their assessment roll. On the Power Walk, Angie said they kind of done their own thing up to the line. And her suggestion was to put our Power Walk on maintenance, collect our money and work on ours. You know, we were never asked for a joint board. I think they had the majority of it. And then the Waters Ditch is all in Grant County, so we can move on the Waters Ditch and having a hearing probably by the end of the year.
Yeah,
You could assess it for January.
January 9th meeting would do it. But we have to set that today.
And then we'll hear from everybody. I'm just telling you what we've been doing to get this process started. And, you know, at $10 an acre, that's not going to clean it all out, but the board did talk about it here a while back. And we think the Middle Fork should be its own assessment roll, and the Power Walk and Waters will pay into that one. And then the Power Walk and the Waters will each have their own also.
So Middle Fork is the main trunk.
Right.
I'll look at your map. Yeah.
Do you need this, Jim?
This is Middle Fork. We'll look into it.
And Lorena's got a watershed map for you guys. He's color coded it, so you can hear the difference.
Is there 71,000 acres in Middle Fork?
Mm-mm.
7,000.
7,032.
7,100.
Yeah, that
21.
comes into 7,121. And that's including the waters and the polywalk. Altogether, 7,000.
But the main trunk is the Middle Fork, right?
Yes.
And then we're,
These numbers I got all.
Whole acres going into it.
Yeah, if they kept it all together, yes.
That's good.
How many acres is in Middle Fork?
That is what's in Middle Fork.
it's the main trunk. Middle Fork is the main trunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I had it all in one, split up between waters and polywalk. So that 7,100's everything.
Okay, it's all three.
Correct.
There's three,
And then there,
36.
you take out the water, the polywalk, you end up with 3,348.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see that over there. It's over there on the side.
So how you do? You do these all as the Middle Fork, all as one deal?
Well,
But they have to stay.
Well, yeah, see what they have to say.
okay.
Mark, you guys go ahead and get started?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the minutes and we're Little Crane Pond, we didn't talk about because we didn't know what it was at, so.
Apologize for being late.
Yeah.
We didn't know if it'd be 10 minutes or an hour.
Started the hour. We started to talk about it. It's 7-4, all the walk and walk. That's what those, these gentlemen here.
Already.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we've had a few discussions about these, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better there, Kenny. You feeling any better? All righty. So we paid bills, we've,
Yeah.
Ready to do Middle Fork.
Yeah. And we just started kind of.
I've been doing a little bit of history.
Now we're ready to,
Hear what these guys have to say.
what these people have to
We're
say.
gonna start with Bert or we're gonna?
Yeah.
all right.
Bert, if you don't want to.
Or, I'm sorry.
All right. So, I'm the one who went and give your name and,
4296 West, 800 South, Jonesboro. I'm the one who carried the petition, went around and spoke with these, landowners, collected signatures. And here today I brought some landowners with me, just a fraction of them. And like you said, originally we had that, map that Raymond showed that represented the whole 77,000 acres as one. And, that's what I had presented to these gentlemen behind me and others. And they are happy to hear what they can do to get the ball rolling. What else? Any other questions for me?
Do they want it all together or they want to do them separate?
Well, I think there's people that would do it all together. And I don't know if, because I sold it all as one, and I think everybody accepted it as one. But if it's something that has to be done in different sheds, then I suppose it's doable. But
Well, I only have experience with big deer.
Mhm.
We did the main trunk, then we started doing the other.
correct.
And I think it personally worked better because you always have people don't want it. And you get the trunk done, and then if they don't want their part done, you don't do it.
Sure. And like you explained to me before too,
Meeting after
so it helps some people understand that their dollar is being spent in their watershed and
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
the other. So,
Yeah.
Like I said, these gentlemen behind me would be happy to answer questions too. So they're the ones paying the bill, not
Yeah.
me.
You have a couple of them, it's combined, and it's always hard to make sure that money gets spread out and everything keeps, but, I pay on Taylor Creek and I pay on Pipe Creek as my water goes downstream, so that's probably the way to do it. Well, on the petition, we did get 2,619 acres, 37% of the watershed
And
petition to get this moving.
I would like to know, I've got a handful of verbal commitments that are not represented in those acres as well, a substantial amount that were verbal. So we're probably nearing 50%.
But I need to get to Madison County Surveyor to ask him if he wants to waive his rights for a joint board or produce an assessment roll and agree to let Grant County take the Middle Fork. It's all in our county, but they have acreage coming into it. The Polywalk, if we decide to do it with just Grant County's part, because Madison County said they've done ours, we would assess for the Polywalk and only spend the money in Grant County on the Polywalk. And then the Waters Ditch is all in Grant County, and we're ready to have a public hearing on it. And, we could have a public hearing on the Polywalk and the Waters by, what date, Mary?
January 9th.
You could
That's
get
the latest.
everything out,
Mhm.
and then we could still get that assessed for next year. The Middle Fork will just depend if they want to let us waive the rights, then we could try for it too, maybe.
need to hear from what the landowners want to say.
All right.
Take over.
Yep, you're fine. You're absolutely right. Any of you gentlemen want to address that issue, whether we do it collectively or separately on these three?
Steve Comer, Carmel. I'm affected by the Middle Fork, the southern part. I talked to Raymond back in maybe December or January. There's been a great asset on this. He carried the petition. To me, what's going to affect me is in the southern part. We've been at this for going on a year. I want to see it move forward, get on the tax roll. So if that means keeping it all together, keep it all together. I don't want to drag us out another year before we even collect any money on that Middle Fork. So that's my thought.
If we could get the assessment roll fairly soon and get an answer from Madison County, we could have all these on January 9th, and that would give us enough time to get them assessed for next year.
Well, what are you talking, $10 on this or what?
$10 an acre.
How much,
50 on a home site.
is there 7,000 foot of this or what?
Yeah, it'd be $50 on home site and $10 an acre. That's not gonna, that won't generate enough money to do everything, but it'd be a start.
No, I wouldn't think so. I know what it's like, and it's gonna be big bucks to get more Middle Fork clean.
It's gonna be a big undertaking. Collectively, I think there's 13 miles this year. If we add it all up.
So what do you people, I'm gonna ask it, well,
I guess I'll,
okay.
between myself and Steve Ritchie, Swayze, Indiana. Between myself and my parents, now just mom, I think we have close to 800 acres that drain into the Waters ditch. And so, you know, that would be a fairly substantial amount. Dad and I both believed in ditching and getting rid of the water. And Dad worked pretty hard. And I actually have the minutes from drainage board meeting back in where he tried to get this Middle Fork cleared, and he ran into a brick wall. Nobody wanted to do it, so he went ahead and collected money from Jim Comer and Dickies and Hamels, and we actually removed all the brush on both sides for about 1.5 miles.
Which ditch?
The Waters ditch, and what's the little part that comes up along 800?
It's like, well, what's the Waters?
It's two different tributaries, but so almost 2 miles of ditch that we brushed, took back, and have kept it brushed. So my thought is, I'm definitely in for the dipping. I'm not sure how, I'm clearing brush on somebody that hasn't cleared theirs and I've cleared ours. I mean, I had help from all these other landlords, so it's not, when I say me, we, I guess I should have said.
Yeah, there's,
right here.
Yes,
there's nothing in the code
that's part of Middle Fork, I guess he's part of it.
I apologize.
I mean, there's nothing in the code that gives you a break for taking care of yours and any other person not. The board could make you have a variable assessment role, but that's tough to do.
I'm just stating my opinion. Like I say, I'm all for the project. My water has to go somewhere. Well, my water doesn't go anywhere if the main is not clean. I mean, it'll just sit back in pond, so I'm in for at least getting the main done and yeah, let's do the whole thing. Once people are used to giving that there, little minute.
Yeah, I've got a complete survey on the Waters ditch. We, ditch bottom shots every 200 feet. Information about the brushing, just, a lot of heavy trees on that lower end.
When this project dipped it was only $16,000, and now that wouldn't, went the whole 2 miles he dipped.
Another zero.
Yeah, so now that's how inflation gets you. Yeah, I'm for the project. I'm just,
You want to do, concentrate on Middle Fork and get the main front done?
I'm like Steve, let's go for it all, I guess. Let's get her done. Even though, I mean, most of my water hits Middle Fork way early. I mean, a lot of the brush is after that, if you follow mine through, but at the same time, I'm for getting rid of the water.
You want to pay more than $10 an acre?
Well,
Your $10,
yeah, I'm like Gordon. I know what it's not gonna be cheap. Go ahead. Here.
On the map that I drew up, the top left-hand side has orange that has stripes in it.
Yeah.
And from my perception, just my opinion, the other 3 ditches all could pay for that stripe section. Let the dark orange people pay for polywalk, let the green people pay for Waters ditch, and let the light yellow or light orange pay for the light orange, but all 3 of them pay for the striped area. The striped area could be assessed 50 cents an acre if they're all paying for that main trunk of Middle Fork. And then from where Waters goes into Middle Fork, on Middle Fork upstream, just let the people on Middle Fork pay on that part. I don't know if this is with the code.
From your past experience, would you even hedge a guess of what the project might run?
I don't know.
Got that far yet.
And I know it's not out of line by any means at $10 a foot for brush.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not out of line. Hopefully that's been on a bid on it. And we got guys that have the machines that can do it, but if they're already busy, we had one, we just let a job go, sent out letters to 13 people, got one response. So the competition, kind of good enough window at that
So
point.
$10 a foot at 5,000 some odd feet a mile, right? You said how many miles per?
Uh, 13 altogether. It's, it doesn't all need road, though. Some of it's clear, most of it. Right, right. Most of mine is clear. And like you said too, the brush is a huge variable. Are we talking 10 foot of brush or are we talking 30 or 40 feet of brush? Maturity of it, there's all, and so, and I know we're getting actual bids on it. We don't know.
So it's not unfeasible that could be 100,000 instead of, and you're talking about $10 on 7,000, you could raise 70,000. Am I math correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And do we chip away at this year by year with the tax roll, or do we think that we're gonna save one lump sum and try to tackle it all at once, or? That's the other debate too, I believe.
We've done it both ways, depending on what the
How
local,
much is it?
That'd be a big.
like, different what they do.
Yeah, you don't. 13 mile.
You what?
Over 10 miles, you know, DNR.
If you figure $10 an acre for,
There goes the engineering fee.
13 miles.
Bring that up.
I mean, if you get engineers involved, you're gonna have more expense that doesn't show on the ditch.
So we'll face and work at it every year.
And we'll work people this project,
Right.
instead of a 10 mile system, we got,
3 different projects.
yeah.
And see, that puts,
The people on water stay on water, the money on water stays on water, the polywalk stays on polywalk. Except for the part downstream, everybody
Okay.
donate some.
So on that part downstream, you bill it at a separate rate.
Device is ready to use and follow the
All the acreage paying for it, so.
So like if I had ground in Polywalk, I'd pay the Polywalk fee plus the fee for that combination.
It may only be a quarter or 50 cents or $1, but the other is gonna be $10, $15 an acre. At least I got the brush, you know, and
it's complicated because if you assess everybody on the Middle Fork, you'll have one big collection on the Middle Fork. And that's gonna work on the Middle Fork. And then when you have the Polywalk and the Waters, they're gonna be taxed twice. They're gonna be paid on the Middle Fork plus their outlet drain plus.
The Middle Fork's gonna be taxed twice too.
is it, Jim, is it possible to cut the middle fork off of there and make it decent for parties?
Anything's possible to satisfy everybody. That's what's, it hadn't been done for a long time because it's complicated.
I say you cut them off where, before you cut them together, is one, and then the rest of it's
Lines he's drawn in there. So that would be the mutual drain. And then there's
In the polywalk, you'd be paying on milk.
Well, that's-
You need 4.
Yeah, so I don't think the people on polywalk gonna want.
You're right, you're right.
And I need to call Howard County because this actually goes in their county just a way down. Somewhere it turns into Wildcat Creek, but on all our historic maps, it's called Middle Fork.
It goes in Howard County and it's very woolly in Howard County. Yeah.
And maybe they'd be okay with just, let's do it to the county line.
So let's do it to the county line, but.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, I'm be done with it.
if you're getting $10 an acre for clearing this for 13 mile, that's $650,000. So you're not even got to start.
So 10 times, what'd you say, 10 times?
7,000.
Huh?
Said 10.
10 times 13 acres,
13.
just about 650,000. So if you sit here and raise 70, I'm not trying to be,
No,
And that'd be,
that was kind of the number, I wasn't the big number.
and that'd be annually. Right? You raise 70 annually.
So you could look at, yeah,
if you raise 78,000, you don't even have,
you know, looking at 10 years, pretty easy, 10 years assessment.
But that's assuming all 13 miles needs.
Right. $10 a foot.
you know,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Right. That's the.
what,
Yep.
you're way off at 70,000, okay?
Well, I understand that. That's what, but it'd be, and then you chip away at it year by year. We're not gonna tackle it all at once, right?
Right, because you're gonna have engineering fees in it if you do that.
And the.
Well, so you don't have the money.
Exactly.
You gotta borrow the
We
money.
don't have the money.
You wanna borrow the money.
Exactly.
The general fund doesn't.
I'm speaking for me.
Right.
General fund won't cover that.
Like I said, you can't afford to do it all at once, I don't.
Well, but if you come in at $20 and do what you can do,
Well, that's why we're here, so we can figure this
And
out.
if it's not moving fast enough at the rate you want, we can always have a hearing at another time, but I don't think if we get a spring and a fall tax, it'd be fall whenever we could do something. Get something started. That's your direction. You
well,
guys.
what do? Start the head wall and
Start with the bottom and work your way uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, this is what we fight. It just,
So,
money just.
you need to get in touch with Howard County, right?
Anymore.
Yeah, I'm in Madison County.
And these guys need to get together and decide what rate they wanna do.
Mhm.
How quickly do we have to advertise it?
I'm sorry?
How quickly do we have to advertise it once we know these things?
Okay, I have to send the letters out almost right away because it needs to be 30 to 40-day window before the hearing. And
How late,
huh?
how late can we do it and still get it on next year's tax bill?
I had never heard back from Angie today, but if we do it on the January 9th meeting, we'll be okay.
Sounds like we can't do that
I
because
can if,
we got too much info we gotta find out.
You got all these notices to get ready.
yeah, that's not the problem. The problem is getting everything together that you guys need.
Yeah, we gotta get Howard County and Madison County on board. And how are they gonna, we haven't contacted them yet, so they're not anticipating, right?
Correct.
Our second meeting in January will be the 30th, and that's too late.
Yeah.
That's too late.
To collect next year.
We have to do it the first meeting.
That's it. That's the latest we can do it.
You can't do it the second one and,
No, because it's past the deadline for
oh.
the auditor's office.
Well, like I said, the people I've presented this to have all agreed with the $10 an acre part. I don't know about more money. Like you said, if it's not moving fast enough, you could always come back in and reevaluate that.
This one got it, raise it each time.
I mean, and we don't even really know how many miles need the work too. So whether we're talking 10 miles or
13 miles or
What keeps you from a DNR? What keeps you from a DNR?
Anything over 10 miles.
So if we went 90.
I thought that's one ditch over 10 miles in length,
Right.
not
That's
added
where
up.
it's at. So if you did it as one project, as a total of 13 miles, you got the DNR involved. If you break this down to 3 sheds, now you're well under your 10 miles per project, so nothing's out of habit, correct?
Right.
No engineers involved.
Okay.
What if I throw this out for consideration and you pick on it? Let's advertise the 3 different ditches at $10 with 50 per house, what, $10 minimum? Is that normal or $50 minimum
25,
No, $10, huh?
I thought 25.
for 4 years? We put a dollar on the lower end where they all come together. And we move forward advertising pending the agreement with Madison County and cut it off at Howard County, so Howard County's not involved.
What if you do it with $30?
Well,
Then they always come down.
Yeah, you can always come down. You advertise it, and that's why I said pick on it. So if we want to advertise high and say, well, maybe we'll get $20.
Well,
Whatever the guy
If
is.
he went to the people and said 10, we can't advertise at 30.
yeah, and
If they're all gonna be getting the
I
10.
wouldn't do that. 10 would be better than nothing to get
Yeah, but
started.
it's not,
Well, but you know it's come down, you
you
can't.
got
go
it,
up, but
you
can
got
go
it
up.
from somewhere, but 10's just gonna get you out of the starting gate.
But when you're talking a different rate at a different end of
Where do you think
it,
all this come from?
can we start a,
Petition at 10, can you give it to 20 or 30? That's curious.
If we advertise it at 30, we can always come down. Can't go up, but we can always come down. But it's gonna take,
People signed that petition, were they thinking $10 when they signed that?
Yeah,
Most likely.
most likely.
meetings?
I don't want to do it at that, but.
I know it don't sound good, okay?
So you think we ought to hearing it at 30 and see what happens? All right. That'll help more. 30 is too high.
Really, I think 60.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, it
It would take 5 years to get enough money in to do this project, all right? But I'm just saying that $10,
And
everybody's hardly a bad-
$30 an acre for all taxes.
you know, like Gordon says, it just gets you out of the starting gate.
Yeah.
If Mr. Rich getting the owners have already done the water, they probably don't
I
need.
mean, if you get a bunch of guys that shows up, they sit there and they want 65% of them want $10, you can always come down, but you can't go up. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna do this whole project,
My water gets away.
you're looking at 700,000. Okay? So,
As well as it is, and no, I don't know when this last worked on. We don't have a record, right?
Joe Seward told me that, the middle fork was clean when he was 14 years old, 70 years ago. And that's the last I heard. And obviously they've worked on the waters, but the middle,
Yeah,
the south end of the middle fork.
see, it's a major project and that $10 an acre, if you do just the middle fork, it's just the kicks. Now it's starting here.
Gotta start someplace.
I know,
And what was this part about the upper part? I didn't have a map.
the only thing I'm saying
This
is,
area would
you
be
can always come
reduced
down,
from
but you
50
can't
cents
go
to
up.
a dollar,
okay?
since
And
all of them
where you're at,
No, we just added.
just added.
you need,
It would be a separate area. In all three of these areas.
Why would it be so low around here?
Then you have all the 7,000.
Whatever you're saying.
Looks like they should just pay the same.
You got the water's ditch that's paying on that area.
The polywater.
Okay.
The polywater, so they were in the upper part of the middle fork.
Everything would pay off till the end, slash area. And just the three separate ditches would pay the three separate.
Correct.
Okay, so you wouldn't have a big double
So
set.
that northwest area would
wouldn't
have
have a big
a
number.
dollar, 50 cents to a dollar extra.
But the
Okay.
people who are in that hashed area
They only
would have a low
Yes.
assessment,
They would only have the main, that,
the dollar.
the main, right,
Why wouldn't it be $10? You gotta clean all that.
because they're not benefiting from the upper part, they're getting dumped on from the upper part.
Hmm.
I get $7.
I see what you're saying.
Okay. Trying to think of one, another one that's like that of sorts.
That's all. I can't think of any of them.
Takes place.
I've called Madison County. I talked to Angie like a week ago and I'll have to get a hold of surveyor.
On the Madison County part, I guess I would like to know, not that it's the end all be all by any means, but there's a signature on the petition from Raymond Hyde. And he's got 40 acres in this, Ron Hyde's brother. And he is actually a member of the Madison County Drainage Board.
Okay.
He said that he would happily answer any questions. If he could help.
wait a minute,
But we,
Yeah, January the
we
9th.
move forward with an actual, public hearing, we have to make a decision.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
How it plays out.
I just think we
Okay.
Madison
Without
County.
knowing what they'll do,
We can't,
can we set a tentative?
The waters is it's separate and it's all in Grant County, so I know we could have that hearing.
but, yeah, but they've already talked $10 an acre, oh, $10 an acre. But if you don't get the other fork, you don't have any where for it to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna flood everybody out.
As long as you get the bottom part of the, below water,
Yeah.
I mean, as long as that part gets cleaned out, it would help water,
Yeah.
but it's,
Are we asking Madison County just to,
They'll see.
We have to ask them to waive the rights and they gotta produce an assessment roll.
if they waive their rights, we can move forward
Mhm.
with this plan?
How's Madison County assessed by the acre or
Mhm.
like Howard County or what?
No, they're assessing by the acre.
We should have started this long ago.
Mhm.
We can't rush in, do something and not do it right. But I know they want to get it started as quick as you can, but it should have been done 2 or 3, 4 years ago and get it started. And they've
It
got,
was started a year ago.
huh?
It was started a year ago and then kind of stopped.
Yeah. So, look, I-
running pretty good for a year.
So I guess
It's time, don't it?
the question is, do we want to gamble on this and say, we're gonna set a rate, we're going to advertise the rate, and all this pending the waiving of Madison County, they waive their rights. And if they don't waive their rights by the time we have the public hearing is null and void.
yeah,
That would be the gamble.
we're already sent out all the notices.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do it all again.
So that's what we've got. We can do it with that caveat, or we do it later and we don't get to collect till 25.
What do you guys, what do you want to do? Because you're gonna pay, we're gonna send it out, and if it rejects it, or we get, no,
We're not any worse off than we would have been if we don't do anything. All right.
If Madison County rejects that, then yeah, we just have to redo it again. If they go, sounds great,
We get in.
then we move it quick.
But the only one that would affect would be the middle fork, right?
Right.
The other two could still proceed.
Yeah, we still have hearings on them.
Because they were talking Mollywalk, they didn't want to help contribute because we didn't want to help contribute to them.
We get 2/3.
Madison County got in that.
Let's do that.
Madison had, according to the old records, there was 7,176 in Grant County and there was 5,061 in Madison County.
Well, they got a pretty good chunk in it.
Yeah.
But they've already done the polywalk, they've already got cleared in their county. It's already looking good. They've got the trees off and the ditch dug and
But it doesn't do any good because our side's
holding back.
And the Greenport secretary said they never asked to form a joint board, so we could just put Polywalk on maintenance in Grant County, build Grant County and work in Grant County. And they would do their thing in their county.
They didn't ask this because they didn't want this problem.
yeah.
A lot of water goes through them, doesn't it?
No, it comes in through
Their
the
water
park.
comes through us.
Yeah. They got quite a bit. Open drain in their county, a couple different branches.
Okay, let's do this. But what rate?
$10 an acre is not.
15?
Far.
15 an acre?
I like the idea of try for 30 and see what happens.
To me, it looks like Middle Fork's gonna need a higher rate than the other two do.
Yeah.
Are you gonna mediate when the entrance ballot is out here? You know?
It doesn't all have to be one flat rate, right? You can
But the
have,
Middle Fork's one third, and go on to-
and the polywalk and the water can pay a different rate, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
But they don't need as much. There's 2,300, well, I gave you that other thing.
Yeah.
300 on waters, I mean, $10, 23,000, but $20, 46,000, I mean, 30.
So how are we gonna break it down? If we send it out 30 and they're, we're not,
We're sending out 3 watersheds.
okay.
So we're just saying, right,
No, we're sending out 4.
yeah.
With the lower rate, lower report down there. There's
Okay. Middle Park 30.
347 systems in that main part.
This is Middle Fork. This is the polywalk.
I didn't like the dollar an acre. It needs to be at least,
This is the lower than it would get up. at the
You're saying
extra
30?
fence. Yeah.
50
yeah, 50 gallon on site.
and minimum.
The water is well, they're rich. That's what they're about to do. Where the water,
Do you know what he'd say for a minute?
area, what's your name?
And what do you want to do? Number 4, 5? Because everybody pays it, right?
How many different prices you got here?
2, 3.
3 different prices?
30 for Middle Fork. 10 for
We're
Wallace.
getting even
10
if
for
we go
Polywalk.
on.
Okay, I'll take 10 for waters and pay 30 for Middle Fork then, right?
No,
Yes.
you pay 30 for Middle Fork,
Yeah,
if you're in Middle Fork.
yeah.
10 for Waters.
So it's not, that's 40.
And then this section down here that's by itself, where they all come together, is $5 an inch. Right?
$5.
To everybody,
Right, so everybody to say on that thought.
right?
Well, this will be tough to, you got an assessment put together for that?
I got the water and the water separated off of my Middle Fork, and I can whittle Middle Fork down to it.
Yeah, don't I need to?
Never seen it done that way.
Yeah,
No.
got that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Kyle help us go through this.
Fourth one is that?
I mean, you're over and upper.
Over here.
Lower and upper would make it
The rates you're saying, what about sites?
You got confusion,
Even
you
the,
still don't have enough money to do nothing.
I was asking about the home site rates should be 50 on all.
Be 50 on everything.
Yeah.
50 straight across the board.
and what do you want to do for minimums?
No. You throw out what, 25?
25.
On all Middle Fork.
There should be no minimums. It's acreage, amount should cover it.
We got Middle Fork, and then we're gonna do the polywalk. That's not gonna be another 50 or 25?
No,
One home site.
home site rate.
Home site.
Home site rate straight across.
So if you're getting a home site on the polywalk, just go out to a home site on the lower.
You can't, right? You can only pay one.
So what's the differential between the upper and lower? Is that on the polywalk itself, or is that on the Middle Fork?
Middle.
Rich,
Yes,
which of these, what's the most I'm gonna pay on one of these?
$35 an acre.
35 an acre.
Unless you got a
That
house.
takes me into the Middle Fork and the other in both.
That's the Middle Fork.
Middle Fork upper and Middle Fork lower.
That gets you from the head wall to the end of it.
Or at least Howard County.
Huh?
Or at least Howard County.
Yeah, Howard County. Gets you to the county line.
Richard, 4 or 8 year collection? 4 year collection or 8 year?
Yeah. It won't, once we get it off, it won't look good.
That'll shut off.
How much of that stone bottom?
Well, see, that's what, we question that in Howard County, but I don't know that we question that in Grant County.
Richard, what'd you say on the polywalk?
10?
So 10 on that and 10 on the water. So
Yep. That's 5 for the lower end.
He's saying.
Everything is plus five.
Everybody gets 13.
30.
Okay.
Less than 13 stone.
So basically 35, 15, and 15. Yep. And 50. And 25, yeah, in 4 years.
It'll take a few minutes, so it's like middle workouts that it should take out.
And when they all come in complaining, we can lower Middle Fork down to 20 and they'll all be happy.
Better than 30.
It's better than 30.
I mean, this is a plan.
Yeah, it's a plan.
Dean,
Madison's
Madison County
Yeah.
waiving their rights.
waiving it on Polly, but then it'd be nice if they give us assessment role for middle work, they'll get a good contribution.
Yeah, but
Well, we gotta have that before we can proceed.
I don't know how, I don't know how many acres.
is it clean?
The middle work,
This is all in Grant County. They just have acreage coming in.
they got tile that feeding into it.
Some of it comes in on the head wall, some of it crosses the county line to other places.
I don't know how much of Madison County comes through Polywalk versus middle work, I do not have that.
Mhm.
There's on which of which.
I got another question. We're gonna clean all this brush off here. What are we gonna do for money to spray? We're gonna spray this?
After we get this thing cleaned, yes, we should have a maintenance. Instead of paying 10 or 20 or $30 an acre, we should pay $3 or $4 an acre and whatnot.
To keep it clean.
To keep it clean and to keep it sprayed. Is what I'm.
Well, what I'm saying,
You can worry about that.
you're spending all this money to clean it,
Maintain it so it doesn't come
you know?
out.
So you wanna come in and spray the thing, because in 4 years it'll be back.
Yeah, if you don't start spraying that, clean it before you get the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It depends on how
So
you
as they clean it, we're gonna have to use a little bit of that money.
spray.
for spraying.
Or you do right back where we're at now. Have we got consensus? What we're gonna do?
Was that a motion?
That was a motion. Hey, I'll say it. You got all that, right?
You guys are
It's
just
not
even
Margaret,
as we are
it's on-
too.
Well, it's on the recording.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm good.
What I've got Richard saying right now is that we have, the polywalk at 10 plus the lower, which would be 15 per acre, Middle Fork, the upper at 30, the lower at 5, which would be 35. The water's at 10 and the lower, at 5, which would make 15, 50 a house, 25 minimum with a 4-year collection. And whatever it's appropriate, one, ditch, we proceed with all three, but the one pending the approval from Madison County, if they say no, then that has to be held off.
Mhm.
Correct.
And you have the upper, or the lower middle work, the house tag area. You mentioned it, when you said that, adding one to the other, but you didn't mention it separately.
Okay,
Yeah, that 5 is a fourth.
technically it's a fourth, okay. You'll clean that up for me, right, Mary?
Thank God for the recording.
That's right.
I will admit I'm confused.
So am I. But I understand that.
When you send it out in a minute, straighten it out.
Sure,
I'll read it real good when I get the minutes. Make sure you got it right.
thank you.
So in intent, that's what we have in front of us right now. We've made a motion to that effect. Do we have a second to discuss it?
Pat seconded it.
Pat did second it, okay? So let's hash any of this out that we need clarification on before we vote.
It's clear as mud.
Oh, do I need to set the date?
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be January the 9th
January 9th
for public hearing. Yeah.
for the public hearing.
You can get that all sent out?
Yes, I can, if they're ready, if they have everything ready.
I gotta put these up down, the polywalk and the waters are ready.
She need to start working on notices on them.
But we don't know if Madison County doesn't, then where do we go?
If
Yeah, if they want to form a joint board, then that's gonna slow the Middle Fork down.
Yeah,
that'll stall that particular portion of a public hearing on the 9th.
But they would still do,
If they would waive their rights and produce an assessment roll in a week or two, we could still move on it.
okay.
not, if I can't get the things mailed out within 30 days.
Right.
30 days, you gotta mail out.
They need to, the public needs to receive them no sooner than 40 days, no later than 30 before the hearing.
Which means.
They can't receive it before, they can't receive it 41 days before the hearing.
We've got to do this in about a week and a half.
Yes, yes.
That's what it comes down to.
Make me earn my,
All right, nice meeting, gonna be kind of a fiasco. That phone call that I just took. Two guys from Apex want to be here Monday, or January 9th.
Is that,
huh?
what are they?
Solar?
Solar.
Is that solar? Okay. What do they want? They want to talk to us? Interesting.
Did anybody second this?
Pat did, yeah. Have them give me a call, because we don't have to put anything on the agenda. We don't want to. If we got 3 public hearings, that's going to keep us mighty busy on that day.
4 public hearings.
Yeah, technically 4 public hearings. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah,
How long did they talk? We get back to them first and get it out of the way.
Well, it depends on,
Well, without knowing what they want to talk about, I mean,
Yeah.
bring it out of their own.
Let's get back to the.
yeah.
May have to move this to an.
Has they voted yet? Jim, did they vote yet on that?
No, we're still discussing the motion technically. Any other discussion on the motion for these 4 public hearings?
Nope.
Ready? All those in favor of the motion regarding the Polywalk, Middle Fork Waters, and the 4th, that's the lower Middle Fork, would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I think that was unanimous. So we've got that settled. We'll move that forward, gentlemen. And again, that big question mark is Madison County, but
All we can do.
at least we've got the option out there now. All right. Those were the 3 things we were had under new business.
Meeting dates, do you pass that around, Mayor?
We got a copy. Did everybody see a copy of the 2024 meeting dates?
There's a copy for everybody and one that needs signed after voted.
Okay. The other thing is, do we have anybody that needs to be renewed?
Yes,
Who do we have this year?
Kenny,
Oh, yeah, it was going to be Kenny, and he was trying to get out of it, and I said he couldn't.
Rich would be there.
Remember, I was going to keep you?
Yeah.
You need to stay on here at least another year.
So can that be voted on now, or do we have to wait till the?
Vote on that, don't
We make a recommendation to the commissioners appoint him. So we're gonna pray about this about 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna commit you.
Until we get some of this stuff settled, like.
We need you here. Absolutely. So the 2024 Drainage Board, I don't see any problems with elections or special holidays or anything else. Does that look good to y'all? Entertain a motion to approve the meeting dates as presented.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Pinkerton, second, Mr. Goff. All those in favor would say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We've covered the 2024 Drainage Board dates. If you guys want to sign off on that. What do we need to do about this Grant County or Howard County drain request?
It's Grant Howard. I've got request from Greg Lake, Howard County Surveyor. It says, I've got a map. Does everybody have a map? This is the county line right here. We've got tile, their open ditch starts about right there, goes through their county, then comes back and the open ditch goes a short distance in Grant County. Does everybody understand that map?
Say that again.
This is, north is downstream, south is upstream, is that?
This is the county line right here.
Okay.
The open ditch starts about right in there.
Is that flowing north, Jim?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we got tiles going into it, and they've cleaned out part of it. It's.
Back
There's
into
the
Grant.
line.
Into Howard, it comes back out of Howard.
Right. It comes into Grant County just a little bit. So do we have it?
On that tile over there, okay?
We got the tile on maintenance and they have the open ditch on.
That's that one.
Yeah, we fixed.
They have the open ditch on the small maintenance.
On Earl Brown there.
So just who has more?
Okay, I was getting to that.
Do we have more or they have? You're getting to that. Okay.
Yeah, we have 6,000 feet. They have 10,300 feet.
Okay.
We have 1,016 acres and they have 915 acres. Here, I'll read this letter real quick because I don't think you guys had a chance to read it, have you?
Yeah.
You have read it?
We've all got a copy.
You have read the letter? Everybody read it? Okay. I have them right here. Take a minute to read it real quick there. And they want to have a hearing before the end of the year, and he talked to me like they could have a hearing in 10 days, which that was kind of new to me. At $11 an acre on the Grant County's part, and we're using a formula that has soil types and runoff from driveways and roofs. But so they would do their part like they do, and we do our part like we do, $11 an acre. I don't think he mentioned on site.
You'd probably be figuring in the driveway and the roofs on home sites.
But he said he would be happy if if just get it at $11 an acre, we do our assessment just like we normally do.
That tile over on our side is bad.
Yeah. And it has a maintenance, but it's not.
It's not very deep either, is it?
Right across, well, it comes out of the head wall there on new houses that, and then, goes, starts heading east there through Brown. And we repaired some on it this spring, and no, it's not very deep. But they've lowered that, I think they've lowered that, well, they dug it out because it was silted in.
Right.
They dug the head wall out,
Yeah, they went quite a few feet.
yes.
They stopped short of the outlet. And
And
I've just been to a meeting with them again for some.
Yeah, but I meant
That was a
to.
long time ago.
Long time ago.
They gave up.
And the people that are,
It's just to maintain the open ditch.
Mhm. Yes.
That's what these people's wanting to maintain the open ditch.
Right.
Because the tile is called the Eliza Black, and then the ditch is the Howard Grant, correct?
Yeah, we have a little open at the north end. Yeah, you're right. And then,
So they wanna, this is to get the entire open ditch clean.
right.
So they're not messing with the tile.
No, the tile's still ours to work with. The tile,
Separate from this?
the tile's all in Grant County and has its own maintenance. But the tile outlets,
Now, is this assessed, is this assessed on the open ditch? Or is this assessed on open ditch and tile?
well, the tile Grant County takes care of.
This is just.
Is that on the map?
It's,
So dotted into the
Okay.
yeah, a little dotted in.
That's the tile.
We're heading west about at the county line. So we have the county line there. So the road you're seeing is 975 south. 1,000 is about where the open ditch is.
So the people that are on the tile, are they gonna pay two assessments, huh?
They're gonna pay a ditch tile assessment, and then they're gonna pay on the open ditch like they've been. It's already on maintenance. I just don't know the rate, $1 or something.
but it's not much. It's not enough.
I'm sure what the tile is. Not about the place, but whatever it is. So it has to be,
Yeah, on the lower end, they stop where there's heavy trees right before it hits Taylor Creek. There's trees have been growing up for about 30, 40 years in that lower end. Grant Howard.
So then these numbers here, does that include the tile?
no, yes.
That's only the ditch. The numbers,
So the 6,000.
6,000 feet is the open ditch.
Just open ditch.
Right.
Okay. I thought you were looking at this.
Yeah, and 10,300 feet is in their county.
We got more acres because of tile.
There's the tile on the end and then the open ditch on the north end.
I'm in favor, it makes it move faster. And
Yeah.
if they.
I don't want to go to Howard County to do anything.
And so if we can get, they treat us right, we'll let them do it.
Is that a motion?
I make a motion, we waive our rights on the, what's this, Grant Howard.
Motion, is there support? Support from Kenny Cates. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor would say aye. Aye. Aye, opposed no. Abstaining, it's unanimous.
Okay, thank you.
Any other business? I think we've done a lot.
I hope we get all this done.
That'll be amazing if we get it all.
Up to them three.
Yeah. And Madison.
Real hard to match, trying to get them, they're right.
That'll be interesting.
We move Johnson motion.
Yes, we do.
Second.
Who made it? Yeah, I'll take that.
Johnson made a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion Cates on the adjournment, second, Mr. Cox, all those in favor would say aye. Aye. Aye, it is carried.
Probably. Look, is it,
Yeah, we're done.
did you get your meeting dates back? You get them all up on meeting dates?